In this After Effects tutorial, I'm showing you how to create two SaaS style animations that have been trending across social media lately. The project file for this video is in the description down below, and yeah, let's get started. Back in After Effects, let's start with the first example as text animation. So the first layer is our background layer. Just added a gradient ramp effect, a radial ramp on this. Let's start with the first text. So select your text layer and let's go to text properties first. And for the font, I'm using the Space Grotesque regular font for this, the best for the tech or coding type text animations. And the size is set to 70 pixels and the tracking is set to -35 approx. And yeah, align it in the center of the composition. And now let's start with the text animation. Just expand the text layer properties, click on animate and click on this opacity parameter. Now expand the range selector, set the opacity value all the way up to 0%. Now expand the range selector and expand the advanced properties. Now here just set the based on to characters and set the smoothness to something around 20 to 25 maybe, and set the ease high to something around 70% and set the ease low to -20. And finally, just animate the start property. So make sure the playhead is at the beginning of the timeline. Make a keyframe on start property and set the value to 0%. Now move the playhead to something around 1 second 15 frame forward and set the start value all the way up to 100%. And now you will get a text animation, something like this. Just select your keyframes, apply ease or click F9, a shortcut key for this. Now you will get a perfect animation, something like this. Now select your text layer, hit U to see the keyframes first, and just select your keyframes and just offset them 1 or 2 frames forward, something like this. Now select your text and apply a effect called posterize time effect and just set the frame rate to something around 12 frames per second, and you will get that jitter effect on a text animation, something like this. Now select your text again, hit Ctrl D to make a duplicate of that, and now just go to properties section and change the color according to your preferences. I'm going with the same, like an orangish color for this, a dark orange maybe. Just hit OK when you're done, and you have to drag this duplicate text layer just beneath the first text layer and just select your duplicated text layer, and let's change the color for this. Hit U to see the keyframes of it and just select your keyframes and get back to previous to start with the beginning of the timeline. And finally you will get a text animation, something like this. Yeah, perfect. Now it's time to add a glow effect on this. So select your duplicated text layer and apply a deep glow effect if you are having the deep glow plugin, or you can go with the default glow effect. I'm using the deep glow 2 effect, and here I'm going to animate this. Select your text layer, hit U to see the keyframes first, and in the settings, in the effect controls, in the main section, just set the glow mode to exponential and set the radius to around 400, and in the input section just set the threshold to around 15 and just play with the threshold smoothness a little bit, something around 5 to 10% maybe. And now here comes the part. Just animate the exposure value, make a keyframe at the beginning of the timeline on the exposure and set the exposure value to 0.01 and move in the middle of these two keyframes and set the exposure value to something around 0.5, and again just move at this second keyframe. Select your first keyframe for the deep glow effect, hit Ctrl C and hit Ctrl V to paste that exact keyframe at last. Now select your keyframes, apply easy ease or hit F9 on your keyboard and you will get the animation. If you want the text animation a little faster, just adjust the last two keyframes a little bit closer to the first ones and you will get the fast text animation according to your preferences. Yeah, perfect. Now let's animate it using a null object. So go to layer, select new and just add a null object for this, and let's rename it as text controller. Just change the color for this. So holding shift, select these two layers and just parent it to the text controller layer. And now it's time to animate this. Move some frame forward and just make sure to turn on the title action save. Just select your text controller layer on null object, hit P to open the position property, and just drag the horizontal position of the text exactly where the center of the title, something like this. Your first character will be at this frame in the center, and just make keyframe and move this keyframe at the beginning of the timeline. Let's see the keyframes for the text. Move this at this second, something around 1 second 15 frame forward, and just drag the text at the center of the composition, something like this. I think it's looking good. Your text will move something like this. Just select your keyframes, apply easy ease, or you can go to right click, go to keyframe assistant and just apply easy ease using F9 or just values. Now select your keyframes again, go to the speed graph editor. Make sure you are using the speed graph editor, not the value graph, and make a perfect graph, a perfect mountain like this, something like this. I think it's looking good. Yeah. And now you will get the text animation, something like this. Yeah, perfect. It's time to add some different icons or characters for this to exactly give that coding type feel. So for that, just hit U to hide everything. Now you can add random icons using the free websites called flat icons or different websites, but I'm using the random default icons or default characters for this. So just select the text type tool and type some random characters. First one, I think it should be greater than. Just hit Ctrl D to make a duplicate of that and just change it to star. Again hit Ctrl D to make a duplicate of that, and let's change it to a bracket version. Hit Ctrl D again to make a duplicate of that, and let's change it to smaller than. And just like this, we have these 4 to 5 characters. Let's align it in the center of the composition, and for this select the first character and just place it at some random place, something around this. Let's make a duplicate again for that, and let's type this slash. Let's again just drag this to this frame. Let's again make a duplicate of that and place it at this frame, and let's change it to a negative slash. Yeah, perfect. Now we have all these characters. It's time to rearrange them in a perfect order for this. So let's quickly holding shift select all these characters and change their color, and holding shift select these layers and hit S to open the scale property and just decrease the size a little bit. Let's go to 80%. I think it's looking good, and let's randomly change the colors of one of them as white. Yeah, perfect. Now it's time to animate them. Select your first layer and hit Ctrl key on your keyboard, and using the right and left arrow keys just move 6 frames forward for this. So using the right arrow key 6 times, just move 6 frames forward and just split the layer from that point. Now again do the exact same thing for all the layers. Now we have the arrange all the characters at different frames. Now let's add a glue effect for this. So before, just select all the layers first and just offset them a little bit 1 frame forward from the text animation. So first our text animation will start, and after that our characters will enter into the scene, something like this. Now let's select any text layer and apply the deep blue effect on this. And for the settings, like same, let's go to 400 threshold, something around 20. Just increase some threshold smoothness, and let's animate this. So move the playhead at the beginning of that layer and make a keyframe on exposure value and set the exposure to 0.1 I think, and move at last and set the exposure value to 0, and again let's set the exposure at the beginning as 0.01 I think. Yeah, perfect. Select the layer, hit U to see the keyframes, select your keyframes, apply easy ease, and now just you have to copy and paste this effect to all the characters. So for that, just select your glow effect, hit Ctrl C to copy that and move the playhead and just paste the effect to all the characters, something like this. And like this you will get a perfect coding text wheel. I think it's looking good. If you want to change the position of some characters, you can change. Now we have all these arranged, and finally just for the text layer, just turn on the motion blur finally, and yeah, we have this animation. Let's hit a markup point, and yeah, let's see our final text animation. Yeah, amazing, perfect. Now let's step to our next example, scan reveal. So for that, we have this video clip, just download it from a Pixabay. Let's add a shape for this. So go to layer, or you can go to tool section and grab the rounded rectangle tool and make a perfect shape in the center of the composition like this. And let's set the size to 1200 by 700, or let's go with 800. just increase the roundness a little bit more. Let's go with 30, and again align it in the center of the composition. Make sure the anchor point is also in the center, and for the fill, just set it to solid color white. Hit OK. Now let's quickly rename it as main shape. Now let's give it a scale animation first. Select your layer, hit S to open the scale property and make a keyframe on scale. Hit T to open the opacity property and make a keyframe on opacity. Hit U to see both the keyframes at once and move these two keyframes something around 1 second forward. And at the beginning of the timeline, just set the scale value to something around 70. Set the opacity to 0%. Select your keyframes, apply easy ease or using F9 and make a perfect graph, something like this. Yeah, perfect. Now let's give it a scan animation for now. So for that, just select your shape layer, hit Ctrl D to make a duplicate of that, and let's quickly rename it as reveal 1, and let's change its color to yellow. And finally, let's delete the property for scale and opacity for now, and just select your layer, and in the fill section, holding Alt, just change it to linear gradient. And for the gradient option, you have to set these colors, like first color as a bit grayish, the second with grayish, and in the middle of the color, just set it to dark gray or black color and hit OK and hit V to get back to the selection tool, and you will get these 2 points, start and end points. Just set these points to match exactly, something like this. I think it's looking good. Yeah, perfect. Now what you have to do is just apply some effects to it. So firstly, let's apply the effect called fast box blur effect, and apply the effect called directional blur effect, and also an effect called linear wipe effect. Drag the linear wipe on the top, make a keyframe on the transition completion. For the wipe angle, set the wipe angle to 0, and now make a keyframe on transition completion and set the value to all the way up to 100%. Move the playhead to something around 1 second forward, set the value to 0%. And for the feather, let's just increase it to, unless your corners are get smoother, let's set it to 100. Now for the fast box blur effect, set the blur radius to around 20 to 25 and set the direction, let's set it to 180 and set the blur length to around 150. And yeah, let's give it an animation. So before that, just using the track matte, just set it track matte to the main shape layer and make sure to turn on this main shape layer so it is visible. Now let's give it a position animation. So select your layer, hit P to open the position property, make a keyframe on position and just drag the vertical position out of the composition. Move to 1 second forward and just drag the vertical position at down out of the composition, something like this. So it will cross over our main shape layer, something like this. Just select your keyframes, apply easy ease, yeah, and you will get that effect, something like this. Now hit U to see the keyframes all, hit F9 to apply easy ease to all the keyframes. Now it's time to duplicate them. So hit Ctrl D to duplicate them twice and select the first layer and the second layer and move these layers a little bit forward, something around 10 to 20 frames forward. And now it's time to change the color for this. So go to the fill section and change the color for this as bright orange color, and for the middle color just change it to a bright darker orange for this, and you will get the scan reveal, something like this. And for the third layer, just go in the fill section and change the color but a different version. Let's choose a yellowish version for now. For the middle color, just change it to a brighter yellow color for this. Perfect. And you will get that scan reveal. Now let's apply a glow effect to this. Select your second reveal layer and apply a deep glow effect on this. Now in the deep glow section, just set the blend mode to add and set the radius to 400 and set the exposure to 0.50, I think. Just hit Ctrl C to copy this effect and just paste it to the reveal 3 layer, and you will get that perfect scan reveal, something like this. And now for the final part, just select the reveal 3 layer and just offset it 1 or 2 frames forward for the second reveal layer, and you will get that perfect scanning, something like this. So that's how we make this effect. Let's hit N to mark up a point, and finally just turn on the motion blur for all the layers except the background layer. And finally we have this animation as a scan reveal or coding reveal. Let's see our final playback. If you want to adjust animation for the second and third reveal layer, you can just adjust the layers. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Yeah, so that's how we make this coding reveal. If you found this video useful, make sure to like this video, share with your motion designer friends, video editors, and till then I will see you in my next video.